Hey guys, welcome to Tech Learnings. Today we are going to talk about a practice of writing code, and that practice is basically related to the usage of your equality operators, so which are your double equals and equals. And we are going to talk about specifically the case when you use these operators to compare your objects to null, right? So some people you might have seen they follow the practice of writing null not equals to object, and some people following the practice of writing your object not equals to null, right? So similarly your objects equals null or null equals object, so you might have seen, right? So we are going to talk about this today, and which is does it make any difference if you follow let's say object not equal to null or null not equal to object, and similarly your like I said, does it make any difference, or you can say which practice should you follow, right? So this is what we are going to see today. So I have created a sample Java file, a Java class demo, and we will try to put up some code inside it and see actually does it make any difference. All right, so let's start. Let me create a simple string object. String s is equals to, let's say I write as hello, right? So if s equals null, first let's consider this case of equals. All right, so and I am just putting up system.out.println, let's say s is null. So I save it. So string s is hello, and if s equals null, and let me compile the code. and, so it compiled successfully, first thing, and Java demo. So s is not null in our case, so this statement did not execute. And let's try with this as well. Null equals s. All right, so let's try to recompile and run. So again it doesn't make any difference. So you can see here, for a string object it does not make a difference, but if we have a boolean, let's say your boolean, let's say b is equals to, I say null. All right, and if I say null equals b, all right, so let's try to see here. Let's write as b is null, compile, execute. All right, so b is null. So since this boolean is containing null right now, so its if statement resulted into true. And similarly your b equals null. All right, so correct. So it does print b is null. So far so good, doesn't make any difference if you put up null equals your boolean b, or b equals null. But what if you by mistake uh, forgot to write equals and you put up equality operator? So now will this code compile? Let's see. Or will the compiler result into an exception? So this is compiled successfully, and let's try to run as well. So it gave the exception at line number 7, which is null pointer exception. So at this particular line it gave an exception at runtime, right? But the important point is that the code compiled successfully. Means if by mistake in your code somewhere you missed out writing double equals, and by mistake you wrote equals, so you will not get to know that unless and until you run your code, right? So this was a mistake. The better way would have been if the compiler would have informed me beforehand, right? So that would have been, of course, I think a better approach, a better way. So I would have known at the compile time, okay, this line of code is going to generate an exception. It is a compile time error, right? Now consider this. If I write null equals b, all right. So what will happen in this case? It is giving me a compile time error, right? So, and what it is saying that it requires a variable on the left hand side but found a value. So this is going to generate a compile time error, right? So I think now it should be clear to you that which one should you write, null equals b or b equals null. So I would say, in my view, it's null equals b is better, right? And the reason which I just showed you as well. So by mistake, if you are writing b equals null, so the compiler is going to successfully compile your code, right? Only at runtime you'll be able to see, okay, this line is throwing the null pointer exception. All right, so I hope this is clear to you. Then null equals b and b equals null case. Okay, so and one more thing, it is with boolean, right? String with string, it does not make any difference, that we saw as well. But on the safer side, I think you should go with a null equals b. Okay, so let's now move on to null not equal to b. All right, so you might have seen, like I told as well, in fact a few of my colleagues as well, they prefer writing null not equals to your object, right? So null not equals to b. Let's see, in our case b is right now null. So let's see, first the code compiles successfully, and does it execute as well, right? So it executed. In our case it's null, so, and we have not written any else case, so this line did not get execute. Okay, so b not equals to null, right? And similarly, let's try with string as well. String s is not equals to null. All right, so s is not equals to null, so it printed b is null, since in this case s is containing hello. And the same way, if null is not equals to s, let's see, so the same output in this case as well. So in case of null not equals to your object and object not equals to null, it does not make any difference. And a few people might say that the compiler might be, you can say, it'll recognize this, it'll parse this expression faster than the expression s not equals to null. But in my view, or what I have seen as well, the you cannot just guarantee upon that which one will be faster or which one will perform better, because your optimizations, they are dependent on your compiler, right? They are, you can say, your optimizations at your are performed by your just-in-time compiler, right? So uh, you cannot guarantee the performance wise as well which one would be faster and which one will be slower. So, and the practice wise also, I think whatever suits you, it's up to you, right? You can choose the worst or the second one, right? So in case of null not equals to object and object not equals to null, it does not make any difference. So both are uh, good approaches, both, it's whatever is like I said, suits you. You can choose that way. I personally prefer your object not equals to null because that feels more readable to me. And yeah, but if you feel null not equals to object, go ahead with that as well, right? So okay, so this is what we saw today, and I hope now it is clear to you that which is like in the beginning that we said which is a better approach, which one you should follow, does it make any difference performance wise. So I hope those things are clearer to you now. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let's keep learning together. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.